I put this readathon together in 2 days instead of attending to my actual responsibilities. Hello, my name is Elise, and this is the official announcement video for the new readathon that I've just put together called the Buddy Readathon. So if you saw my tweet on Twitter a couple days ago, I may or may not have been really bored at work and just randomly tweeted out into the void, wouldn't it be cool if there was a readathon where you had a form to fill out and then based off of your form responses, you were assigned a random person to do a buddy read with. Well, I was expecting no one to actually see that tweet, and then it got 250 likes, so here we are. We are absolutely doing this readathon now. So just for the little basics of this readathon, it will be taking place this July. However, the readathon Google form that I mentioned will be out right now, and you have until June 24th to fill that out. You only have until that time because I do plan on hand selecting buddies, so that may or may not take me a long time depending on how many people actually sign up. But if you miss that deadline, or if you're watching this video way past this deadline, then fear not, I'm gonna have a Discord, or you can just tweet the Buddy Readathon Twitter that I have set up, and I will find you a partner. So don't worry, you can still be included if you're seeing this late. So regarding this Google form, you're just going to click on the link provided. You can find it in the description of this video, or check out the Buddy Readathon Twitter. The username is just Buddy Readathon. And you'll fill out the questions. They're all simple questions like your name and what genres you like to read. And based on those responses, I'll try to pair you up with a buddy that has similar interests to you. Again, you have until today, which is June 12th, all the way until June 24th to fill out this form. It will close after June 24th. Also, by filling out this form, do keep in mind that the information you provide me will be sent over to your buddy. So this means any social media accounts that you're willing to be reached at, and your name and pronouns, things like that. So after the form closes on the 24th, I'm going to be going through all of the responses and pairing people up based off of their interests. I won't be pairing up anyone who is under 18 with people who are over 18, so you do need to fill out your age on the Google form. Also keep in mind that I can't really predict how many people are going to be joining. I did send out a tweet, and it looks like a lot of people really like reading young adults. A lot of people like reading new adults/adults, and there's a lot of fans of fantasy, romance, and contemporary. So if any of those are your interests, you'll probably be able to find a buddy that likes those too. If you have different interests, fill them out on the form, and I'll do my best to match people up based off of those interests. Another thing you can choose on this Google form is how many buddies you'd prefer to have. So if you just want one person, meaning it would just be you and another buddy reading the same book, then you can indicate that. You can also indicate you want a trio, so that'd be 3 people total, or a group, which would be 4 to 5 people approximately. If you are not really caring how many people, go ahead and put no preference. That would probably help me, but indicate whatever you like. On the 29th of June, I'll be revealing the buddy pairings. So make sure I can contact you so that way I can tell you who your buddy is. On the Google form, you have the option to link which social medias you're comfortable with me contacting you at and your buddies. If you've linked to Twitter, I'll be revealing your buddy to you through a DM on the Buddy Readathon Twitter account. Again, that username is just Buddy Readathon. If you did not link a Twitter in the Google form, but you did put an Instagram, then I'll be DMing you through my book Instagram account, and the handle is The Petite Punk. If you didn't put an Instagram or a Twitter account, then I'll be emailing you with the email you provide. My email will be thepetitepunk20@gmail.com. If you didn't link a Twitter, an Instagram, or an email, then there was a Discord option, and I will message you through Discord. That is not preferable for me, but if that's all you have, that's totally cool. And then if you didn't put any of those, there is an option that says Other. I can't promise you that I can reach you through whatever other social media you've linked, but go ahead and try. And then if for any reason I can't contact you through a direct message, or if you just didn't see it, or if anything else happens, I will have a Google Doc that everyone will have access to, and it will have a list of all of the pairings, so that way you can check it out for sure. So I'm going to try to reveal the buddies on the 29th as early as possible, so that way you have a lot of time to introduce yourself to your buddy or buddy groups, but please be patient with me because this is my first time doing this, and I have no idea how many people are going to sign up, and I have no idea how long it'll take to match people up with each other. So I will be trying to get those out early, but I have no idea how long this will take. And I'll also be individually messaging people by myself, which might take a while. So I'll be trying my hardest, but again, be patient with me. I'll have the list up of people right away. So once you have your buddy, you have a couple days to just introduce yourselves and talk about genres you like to read or potential book titles you've been interested in, and hopefully you'll choose a book that you can start the readathon with. Officially, the readathon will start July 1st and it will be taking place throughout the whole month of July. In July, you can choose to read as many books as you want, and I'll have a list of 9 prompts that you can choose from. You can complete as many prompts as you want. That could be 1, that could be all 9, and if you want to, you can double up on prompts. So if a book fits more than 1 prompt, that's cool. You can mark them all complete if you want, and if you don't like any of the prompts, feel free to just talk with your buddy and read whatever you want. The main part of this readathon is just the buddy pairing. So really quickly, I'm just going to read off the prompts, but I'll have a Google Doc that has all of the prompts there for you to refer to. So the first prompt is read a book published before 2016. The second prompt is read a book with a title that starts with the letter L. The third prompt is read a book published this year, which is 2021. The next prompt is a group read. I will get to that soon. The next prompt is read a book about friendship, since this is the buddy readathon. Next, we have read a book with a person on the cover, and then we have read a book that has a 1-word title, and then the next prompt is read a book recommended by someone else. This just means literally anyone else except you or your buddy. So you can watch a booktube video, you can look at book talk, you can ask a friend, a family member, Twitter, anyone. And then lastly, read a book that's in your favorite genre. And by your favorite genre, I mean a favorite genre that you and your buddy share if possible. So the last part of this readathon I'm going to mention is that there are 6 very optional group reads. So you don't have to read them, but if they look interesting, you and your partner can read them, or if you and your buddy just cannot think of a book to read, then these are some suggestions. So the first book is Legendborn. It's a fantasy young adult book. The second book is Thick and Other Essays, which is a nonfiction book about race and feminism. Then we have It Goes Like This, which is a contemporary LGBT young adult book. Then we have People We Meet on Vacation, which is a romance adult book. And then we have Project Hail Mary, which is a science fiction adult book. And then lastly, we have Brave Like That, which is a middle grade book about adoption and animals. So again, totally don't have to read these, but if you choose to, I will have a Discord open and there will be a channel for each of these books and anyone can discuss them. It doesn't have to just be with your buddy. And that is the main gist of this readathon. So I will have links below for everything you need for this readathon. You'll have the Google form, which is open June 12th to June 24th. You'll have a link to the Twitter if you want to follow that for updates. And you'll also have a link to a Google Doc, which is open to anyone. And that way you can see the prompts and the overview of this whole readathon and all of the buddy pairings. And the last thing we'll have down there is a Discord link. The Discord is for anyone who just wants to recommend books to people or just talk about books in general or talk about the group reads, or if you did not get a buddy in time because the forum closed, there will be a channel where you can introduce yourself and say you need a buddy and just say whatever books you're interested in reading. And then if anyone else wants to read that too, they can say hi and you are officially buddies. Anyway, I hope you all will join this readathon. I'm really looking forward to it. I think this will be a great way to meet new people and feel more connected to the book community. So I'm so excited and I hope you all are too. Thank you so much for watching. See you next video. Goodbye. This is an announcement. Readathon. Nope, that's not right.